Canstruction is an international hunger relief competition. It is about finding nutritional foods in cans and building architectural structures with them. Last year we had a mammoth structure.
We were all very well aware of how big and how great the building was last year.
And we knew we had to do even bigger and better this year. Let's go for 8,000 cans this year. We have always joked about doing a catapult, and that kind of introduced motion. All right, catapult, probably a little dangerous. Then we came up with the idea of a Rubik's Cube.
But Claude said, one thing that's never been done is having the top spin.
Yeah, let's get it to turn. Okay, now how do we do that?
He played with it in his garage and played with it in his garage.
I built this whole thing. It's all taken apart now, but I had this whole thing, a lot of effort that I just had to abandon because I'm like, this is just going to break, it's going to fall on somebody, it's going to be a tragedy at the mall today, and it's all going to be my fault.
Making it spin could happen, but with the cans on there and the safety issue, everyone began to doubt.
If this structure couldn't spin, it would be a big square, which is great. But we got to within a few weeks of the build, and you could just see it just logistically was not going to come together.
Claude came into the meeting and said he really had to make a decision if we were going to do this or not because he was struggling with it.
We kind of were voting that, hey, we're just going to have a big cubic can. Logically,
rationally, we had to stop with the turning.
The logical side of my brain was, yes, we've got to just settle. There's not going to be motion. There's just not enough time.
Disappointment and relief, but I was more apprehensive to trying to force something that could be disastrous.
I wouldn't say I was outvoted. I just continued to express my strong desire for it to spin.
Quite a few sighs in the meeting, especially Georgia.
I just wanted to go back to my office and cry.
I got to my desk, I probably sat there for maybe 2-3 minutes, and I'm thinking, we have got to have motion.
And there was an instant message from Ed who said, I just can't let this spinning go.
I was looking through the phone book trying to find rental places and manufacturing equipment, material handling equipment to say, yeah, we got this idea. We're going to let you be part of our CHOW project if you let us borrow your turntable.
And he said, I have an idea. I've been looking at some of the manufacturing catalogs, and there's like a pallet spinner that they use for wrapping the pallets. And
oh, wait. I know somebody on the loading dock.
I work with the Huron distribution team.
And I said, no, just forget it.
Hey, I got a hold of Jim over on the loading dock. He's gonna be here at 2. I was fully expecting we were gonna explain this. He'd be like, you guys are nuts. You can't do, we would need 3 or 4 months to put this together. Jim's like, yeah, and I'll get back to you on Monday.
Yeah, Georgia Burbage from IBM called my manager, Jim Carroll, and usually the boss calls me when things are big and heavy. Go get the old guy, he handles the big and heavy stuff.
It's one of our last meetings, and after this we're really excited. We're going to go over and see if we can get our Rubik's Cube to spin, so fingers crossed.
I was humoring Georgia and I just said, okay, I'll appease them, I'll go down, but it's way too close.
Saw it spinning, and it was so exciting. It was just like all you had worked for had come to fruition, and it was like our baby. It was like now it re-energized and re-spirited the team.
We're here painting all of the outside portions of the Rubik's Cube blocks.
So it looks nice.
Totally excited. So everything was really heavy and really big, and we had to open up the giant doors at the mall, and we finally got everything in. I think one of the greatest takeaways was really taking on an impossible dream. IBMers are just an awesome team. The different aspects that people bring, the diversity of their interests, people really take ownership of something to make sure it gets crafted the way that it needs to. You can tell there was a very emotional attachment to this year's project. So it was literally 7 hours and then literally flipping the switch. And it didn't work because we had it on a timer and we had missed the hour window when it was going to spin.
It's going to be 15 minutes an hour. So any minute now, it's going to start on its own. Because yes, automatically. Let's hope if it all works out.
And we all just kind of sat there going, please spin, and it started going.